The tax deadline is quickly approaching, and you only have a few more days to file. The deadline is Tuesday, April 18th to submit your taxes or request an extension. And with everyone filing their taxes digitally and receiving their refund electronically, this is the prime time for hackers to attack. Here to share on cybersecurity is Theo Alexander, the Director of Sales at AT&T. Hi, Theo.
Hey, good morning.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. So, of course, this is the time of year that people are so focused on trying to make sure that they submit their taxes on time, by deadline, and they're using electronic devices to do so. So share with us some of the cyber risk that people have when they are filing on their computer and on their phones.
Yeah, so 52% of consumers today are filing their taxes online, and the IRS actually suggests that. So we want to make sure that people are actually being safe. There's a lot of cyber things going out there in the world where people are trying to steal information. So we just want to make sure you're using reputable platforms. TurboTax, H&R Block. Make sure you're using something that's known. But then also, avoid public Wi-Fi. Make sure you're using a secure, Wi-Fi network. Whether at home or at a friend's house or anything like that. We don't want anybody doing this at like a Starbucks and using their Wi-Fi or anything like that. So just make sure you're using, avoid the public Wi-Fi. Create strong passwords. Don't use things that are, people can guess pretty easily, birthdays or anything like that. We want to make sure we're using things where cyber criminals out there today cannot just access, very, very easily.
Yes, and that's so interesting. 52%. I would have expected that percentage to be higher. So that many people are filing manually. Yeah, that's
absolutely.
Crazy.
Yeah. For sure. The IRS suggests that we do it. You actually get the refund faster versus doing it manually. So going online, you actually get the refund quicker. You get faster response time by doing it online.
And you make a really great point about using the credible services and softwares because, of course, those have fees and people want to avoid the cost of filing. And there are so many sites that kind of tempt you to file for free, or do you need to submit a form? Use our site, and you don't know if they are credible, if they're trying to take your information, or they can be an overall scheme.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, using these, reputable platforms, right, makes it easy. These companies are not sending you text messages and things. They never actually send text messages ever, right? Everything's done online. You'll get it through your email, not through a text message, because that's where the cyber criminals are doing. That's how they're stealing information. They're sending those scam text messages.
Yes.
And then people are clicking on those links and they're making it easy to grab your information.
Right. And right now, people are using their phones more than ever. So they're filing on the mobile devices and using apps. So what advice do you have for those who are using the apps as opposed to using a more secured platform like their PC?
Yeah, definitely. Continue. You can use that. One thing I would suggest is installing the security software on your phone, and it's app-based. So it's not anything you have to do or that's tough. AT&T actually offers something, and it's free. It's called AT&T Security Software. You can download the app to your phone, and it's just like a firewall, if you will, on your device that hackers cannot hack into. So by downloading that app, right, you're essentially putting a firewall on your device, and then you can file your taxes freely. Again, still use a secure Wi-Fi connection. Don't use public Wi-Fi. But on a secure Wi-Fi connection, using that software, having that, firewall on your device kind of just, gives you that layer of protection you need while filing your taxes.
Yes. Okay. And of course, the deadline is approaching. So a lot of people may have already filed their taxes, but they are still at risk after you file because you're going to be receiving that refund and people are so anxious and excited about it that they could end up being tricked or duped because people are out there sending out fake information to give you your tax refund. So what advice do you have for those after the filing?
Yeah, after the filing, just understand that everything's done through email. Nothing is done through phone calls. I've known people who have gotten scammed through phone calls or even text messages. Do not, hang up immediately. If you have questions, call the IRS directly. But don't take any calls. Don't click on any text messages. If it's definitely going to come through the mail or email. That's where it's going to come through. Nothing else. So just make sure you're following those steps, and you'll be good to go. And if you have any questions, like I said, just call the IRS, and they'll guide you for sure.
Okay, that is good. I think that understanding and remembering that you can reach out to the IRS, and it's not a scary thing. They are there to answer your questions, and you can find out information about your personal accounts by contacting them, and that's great. Now, sometimes you can receive a text notification from some of the softwares. If you file with them electronically, they'll send you a confirmation, and then they'll also let you know that your refund is on the way. However, they will never request information from you or have you click on links to type in any information, correct?
That is correct. Yes, ma'am. And also, another thing is create a PIN, right? They'll allow you to create a PIN, which will be another layer of security. So doing it through these platforms, they are going to ask you to create an identification PIN. Make sure you save that, whether it's, on your device or on your computer somewhere, but save that device. And then when you call into the IRS, if you do have questions, they will request that PIN, which again just gives you that extra layer of protection.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Theo, for sharing that information. And can you tell us again, what is that free app through AT&T?
Yes, it's called AT&T Security Software.
Okay. All right, perfect. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for having me.
Yes. If you would like more information about the AT&T software, we'll have their website listed below, and we'll be right back.